This video is a complaint about WINDBREAKER Season 2. Please clap for Hickory Stick, the one who breaks wind. The season starts off half decent. Gang war between the Furin students and the delinquents of the gang Kiel. Blue Gang. That's what this is. This is the continuation to that. Basically, the Furin guys show up to scrap because Kiel is effectively a Japanese bandit slavery ring, and one of the members of Kiel is childhood friends with a member of Furin who has another childhood friend that's also friends with the guy enslaved by Kiel, and she...
What's with the waterworks all of a sudden?
My childhood friend is in trouble.
This lasts like 3 episodes, but it's the best 3 episodes of the show, unfortunately. Mainly just for the fighting bit, but there's some good to it. As I said last time, it's basically only about the fights, and therein continues to lie the problem with the show. The fights are okay to cool at best, but the plot feels like it was written by AI, and I just don't feel any interest in the characters or the setting. Surprise! Surprise! The delinquent theft slavery ring was set up by the bad guy to make the world worse. He hid as a KO victim and watched his shell organization get beat up for fun. It kind of works, I guess, because this whole 3-episode shindig was alright, and it gives him a certain ode to Joker. This and the hype that they give the headphones guy are probably the best things in the opening 3 episodes. Alas, this Joker is from an anime that sounds like a fart joke, and the headphones guy loses a monumental amount of aura because animation alone can't carry a series. This trend continues. Next, we're on to a world-building arc disguised as a territory defense arc. Last arc, we had... He was an angry boy, but now he's got friends, mentors, and he can control himself. This next arc, we get Tsubaki no. What I've neglected to mention is that Furin is an all-boys school.
Wait a minute!
As a young boy, Tsubaki, aka
Tsubaki-no-san!
aka
Tsubaki-chan!
was more interested in pretty girl things than stupid boy stuff. Tsubaki's backstory centers around him meeting a fashionable old couple who teach him he isn't weird, and that it's okay to like what you like. Which is the important lesson that this character is started with. This message is supposed to be of the self-acceptance, understanding, and discovery type beat. We also find out he's gay or bisexual, and the cherry on top, this 17-year-old buff, cross-dresser, trans waifu bait also pole dances at a nightclub. What is this? Hello, this is my character, Tsubaki no. He is LGBTQIA2S+. Hey Grok, can you write him a backstory? That's what this feels like. This doesn't feel like good representation of any of the things that this character is supposed to encompass or bring forward. It feels like an exploitation. The world-building arc, disguised as a territory defense arc, also tells us about the other districts in the world of... Just so we're clear, the town of Mikochi that Furin is in used to be a rough area until Boss took over and used the high school as a police force for the entire town, calling his gang Bo Furin. Shishitorin's surrounding district has bars and restaurants. A third district introduced is the Red Light District, and the fourth...
ありがとう。
さすがにクッキー1枚6人で分けると1人当たりは少ないな。
is the favelas. The world-building arc takes place on the territory of the Roppo Ichiza gang, Keisei Street. It's the third one I mentioned, the Red Light District, where Tsubaki no invites Sakura on a date. On their way to meet Tsubaki for the date, Sakura, along with his right-hand man and his gang activity advisor, run into a girl being chased by dudes. It's an attempted kidnapping. The target is a 16-year-old lounge singer who is from the favelas. We soon find out from her 18-year-old boyfriend, who is also a high school gang leader who squad the Roppo Ichiza, patrols and polices the red light district, that they work at/own a bar where Tsubaki pole dances as part of the entertainment. 16, 17, and 18, by the way. In gangs, own and work at bars, pole dancing, lounge singing. Anyways, this bar is where Tsubaki wanted to meet Sakura and his goons for a date. The kidnapping crisis soon restarts after they all meet up and do a food. Tsubaki and her twins stay back to guard the girl. The rest go to fight some guys. There's a fight with some guys, and then another fight with some guys. They beat up all the first guys, and then the actual real guys actually come after. The real enemy is a group of poor high school student graduates and or dropouts called Gravel. They are really poor, and they're also from the favelas. The fight begins. Furin and friends are losing because tired after fighting a whole fucking gang of dudes. To interrupt the second gang of dudes fighting the boys, the 16-year-old lounge singer decides to escape from the safe place and allow herself to be kidnapped and brought back to the favelas so that they don't have to fight anymore. Enter Tsubaki. Except it's another okay fight that results in a win by Furin. The best part of the fight was actually the K-pop brothers doing combo moves. In my comprehensive rating scale, this ranks at least a 70% out of 100, whereas the rest of it, probably like a 50 to a 60% out of 100 on the coolness fight scale. My brain is cooked by both painstakingly animated fights that feel as though they could take place in the physical realm and Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny beam spam. On the other hand, that's how you know I know what's up when I'm saying this. After watching the video up to this point, when I say that the lackluster description I've given you about this season of the show, WINDBREAKER, that follows a teenager in a militia of characters that failed to appeal to me over the course of an additional 12 episodes, I hope you believe me. It does not feel worth it for these mediocre fights. The one thing that broke this for even a second was that they have a chaotic, evil type of character make an entrance towards the end of the season. The one I mentioned before, who was using the gang of low-level bandits as a shell organization to do bad things. His goal is to take down Hajime, Furin's leader, in order to bring back the old world of Furin, which wasn't a militia that protected the town, but a high school where people fight that makes the town worse. This and the reveal of the actual real secret bad guy who isn't cunning and manipulating like the bad guy they hyped up, but instead just a human gorilla bred for fighting, were the best parts of the show. I'd give this a 5 out of 10. For reference, last season my delinquent flavored media and love of throwing hands bias earned this a 6 out of 10, while my hater bias earned it a 4 out of 10. My two halves formed one whole, and with my full strength I can surmise that this is a mid-show overall and not much has changed. If you want a similar experience, you can try illegally immigrating to a Republican state or watch WINDBREAKER. Your pick. Can't recommend either. Not that it matters, I get to leave now, I'm done with this shit.